Okay, so here's the deal.
Okay.
I got 5 minutes and 18 seconds with the head coach from Simon Fraser, Mark Coletta. Let's play it because
right.
Mark also said he would love to come on the podcast. So in a week or two, we're going to try to get Mark on our Monday night coast to coast. So let's play this for Mark Coletta. Here we go. All right, welcome in college hockey fans from across the country and now Canada. As we have the head coach from Simon Fraser, Mark Coletta, with me. Coach, not the way you wanted to see this game end, but you made a heck of a rush at the end and got a chance to work on that power play a little bit, huh?
Yeah, our guys battled hard. It's back-to-back weekends on a flight, 4 or 5 hours. I give my guys credit; they did a good job, and that's a good team over there with Coach Mayo has, and we're just plugging away, continuing to get better.
Tell us about Simon Fraser hockey. We follow you down here. We always think, when are they going to jump? When are they going to be an NCAA team? You hear that all the time. I can tell by the smile on your face.
Good question. Yeah. We've been plugging away, doing some things, and trying to raise our profile over the years. We played in a club league back in BC the last handful of years, and we decided to do some games this year against NCAA Division I teams and see where we go and get some information, gather that information, budgets, where the bar is, where we have to be. And, this is an exciting season for us.
Not only did you play it, or are you playing some NCAA teams, you're playing some really good ones.
Yeah.
How did that all come about for you?
Yeah, you just pick up the phone, make some calls, and chat with the coaches. Obviously, some of these teams need games on their schedule to fulfill their minimum or maximum games. And, it just worked out that a handful of teams were pretty big names, including CC.
You played at Michigan last weekend. I saw some of your comments about it. What did you take away from not only that game, but then bring it into this one? Because it looked like you were a little different team this weekend.
Yeah, I think our guys were a little awestruck last week beating Yost. It's a pretty historic arena. The allure of the Michigan Wolverines. It's the ice is still frozen there, and our guys didn't realize that until the third period. But I think the compete level is the most important. We know we're going to be undermanned and maybe understaffed in certain things, being technically a club, but our guys' compete level has to be there if we want any chance of winning it. Today I thought they did that.
What does Simon Fraser have to do as a university to make that move? When that time finally comes, what needs to be done? Your building is okay and all of that stuff, so it's...
Yeah, we have a pretty good facility in the city of Burnaby, 2,200 seats. The city of Burnaby's really worked with us well moving forward. That's $1 million question, and it's above my pay grade, so I'll just keep plugging away, making sure our student athletes are competing at a high level, getting a great education. And, we can't thank the alumni support that we've had and the school to give us their blessing to proceed with this this year.
Tell us a little bit more about your team. They never give up. They competed hard, I thought, from the very start. How good can they be?
Well, I'll say this. We're obviously not recruiting kids as a D1 program. So
right.
We're bringing in some good kids that at the end of their junior career are waiting to see where they're going to get to it. If we could provide this good schedule like we did this year, we're going to get some of those good players. And we fell into some guys that, D1 transfers and guys that stayed, senior guys that stayed this year just to play the schedule. So I think we have a lot of upside moving forward. If that day ever comes where we are a D1 team and fully fledged and we could move that way, the BCHL is the reason in our backyard. So we have, access to some of the best players. Obviously Washington State and Oregon right down the road, the Alberta Junior League as well. So I think NCAA hockey in Vancouver or in Canada could definitely work.
When you look at the pandemic and the way it affected hockey, a lot of people told us it was going to be the death knell for college hockey, and it was just the opposite. Teams grew. Now you're starting to see, I think, the same overflow, if you will, of talent that maybe got pushed back a year or so. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yeah, we don't get affected by the portal and some of that stuff and that fifth-year stuff as of right now. But yeah, you look at, LIU, Lindenwood jumping into NCAA Division I, Stonehill's making a claim. I've heard some other schools, the NHL's doing a study with a couple of schools in the South. So, we're an NCAA school at the Division II level, the GNAC conference. And, our goal is, as the hockey team, is to get better every day and every week. And so we'll continue to do that. But yeah, you're right. The pandemic looked to be a death sentence, but I think college hockey's growing, and just all the tremendous players that have, come out of British Columbia, when I was a kid, Paul Korea made that jump. And that was NCAA getting its feet wet. Then Brendan Morrison, and then obviously Jason Krog is part of our staff now. So, the BCHL has done a great job to push kids that way. Hopefully we can continue to do that.
All right, final one for you. You're taking a tour of the U.S. You're seeing some of the historic buildings, some of the new buildings. What are your thoughts so far through two trips here?
Well, it's been pretty good. I played my college hockey up in Plattsburgh State, so it's nice and cold. And Bobby Emery, and so far so good. The sun's been out both trips, so hopefully we can keep that trend.
Coach, appreciate your time. Safe travels back home. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's head coach from Simon Fraser, Mark Coletta. Paul, I sent it to you earlier, so I know you've had a chance to hear it at least once. What do you think with Coach Mark Coletta?
I can't wait to have him on the show and get a chance to delve a little deeper into some of this. I mean,
good luck with that. Good luck with that, because he's going to be really tight-lipped. I can tell you that right now.
I'm sure, but I just, Lord knows we've been talking about them on this podcast for a couple of years now. So it's just nice to put a face with the name, so to speak.
Yeah, and let me tell you, what a great guy. And he told me, he goes, here's my phone number. Call me anytime. I'll be happy to come on the podcast. We want to continue to raise our profile. We love what you guys are doing, meaning us, as far as trying to grow the game. And, they're serious about taking a deep, serious look at this. He told me pretty much that, he didn't want to be a club coach anymore. He wanted to be an NCAA coach. And he told me very confidently that if they would give him a 4-year window to recruit and play, that he thinks he can build a team that can compete for a national championship at the NCAA level.
Well,
is that crazy? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Confident, yes. Crazy, probably. But what he's not wrong about, obviously, is he's got players in his backyard.
Yeah, really good players.
So I'm sure that ASU wouldn't be 1,000% happy about that. I mean, I'm sure that Coach Powers would be very happy to have another NCAA team with a short trip. But, we know that ASU's gotten a lot of BCHL players and AJHL players over their first 7 years of being a team.
Well, there's a lot of teams. Colorado College, Denver have also gotten a lot.
Yeah.
There's some talent out there. So
yeah.
If some of them want to stay home, that would be an opportunity to be right at home there. So our thanks to Mark Coletta for joining us. Like I said, we will have him on a podcast in the next couple of weeks. It's just a matter of finding his schedule and bringing him on, so you'll get an in-depth look into Simon Fraser, which there's still a lot of questions that we want to ask. 2,200 seat arena with the city of Burnaby.
Pretty nice.
Which, by the way, Kerry Eads, that's his hometown. Shout out, Kerry.
Right.
Burnaby, BC, beautiful city, very close to Vancouver. And we look forward to seeing where they go with this. But I told you, I said, they're not playing the teams that they're playing in the NCAA ranks just for fun. They're doing it on a mission, and that's what the mission is. And he told me, he goes, hey, I don't think we'd have a problem filling a schedule if we decided to make that jump, because he thinks the Colorado schools, all three of them, he thinks Arizona State, he thinks Lindenwood, he thinks LIU, he thinks Stonehill, all of them would be interested in competing against them.
And obviously Fairbanks and Anchorage.
Yeah, and obviously Fairbanks and Anchorage. So he's pretty confident they wouldn't have a problem filling a schedule.
No, I don't think they would either.
And if you want to go play a game somewhere and you want to take your guys to Vancouver, Canada, it's not a bad spot to go.